welcome. Just a short little video on these little guys here. They're a type of screen. They're at an angle. They have the 3M two-way tape, and they're basically kind of like a little screen slash guard. Now, where do these go? Okay, if anybody guessed under the seat, these little air vents back here for the heating system, then you would have guessed right. Basically, this little platform here is at an angle. I've seen pictures of some people, of course, you jump back here. I keep mine pretty well vacuumed out, but you know, you can get leaves and stuff that can get down inside here, coins, anything. Some will go underneath, and some will go actually down inside the vent. It's just kind of a piss poor design that they're wide open like that with no screens on there, and that's what this little these little grills are for. And it comes with two, of course, one for each side. And like I said, they basically just stick on. So I've already wiped these off with some alcohol, and they're dry, so it's time to go ahead and put it on. Again, there's the grill. The protective red strips are off, and then this will just stick right on the top of that. It's at an angle, just like the vents, and this will be a nice little mod. Okay, so a little snag. Even though I do like the grill, it's high quality plastic. It seems like it's pretty tough. It's not really brittle. The Chinese, this 3M, I really don't think it's 3M. And then it just says an M on there anyway. I can't find the remnants of a 3. They're useless. They just peel right off. They're not even that sticky, and it didn't do anything. So thank goodness I just happened to have some two-way Gorilla, which is supposed to be one step up from the 3M, although I do have some of that also, that thickness and this one here. So I went from this, just pulled those right off, they weren't even stuck on there that well, and put the Gorilla on here. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this in there and see how that works. Voila! And you only get what you pay for. Even though these things, relatively speaking, weren't that cheap, the design is great. Again, it was just the two-way tape that they happened to use was absolute junk. But now, that's basically what it looks like. It's all finished off, and at the same time, there's nothing that's going to slide down in there into those vents or any of that stuff. So, just need to go ahead and get the other side, and I'll talk a little bit more about the passenger seat over there and some spacers. And this one actually looks a little bit better than the other one because this is actually cut a little bit longer, so I was able to put this inside, then stick it down, so it looks really finished off. Again, nothing can make its way up in there. Back here, these are basically spacers. And nylon, machined. I forget where the heck I got them, but I got the longer bolts. I just take the old ones to the hardware store, get a longer version. I put these spacers in, and then because they're white or grayish colored, kind of ugly, I put these foam around it. And the neat thing about that is you can still put your dress-up piece on there. So let's see here. There we go. Just needed two hands for that. So that goes on. See a little bit of a sponge here, and that raises the back up. Now a lot of these kits in these companies, they have ones for the back because it's just straight up, but they don't make a whole lot for the front. Basically, the problem with the front is at an angle. So any spacer like I have here pulls it forward. So what I had to do is the mount in the back, I had to kind of oval the hole because this actually pulls the seat forward. And with that in mind, I had some longer bolts. And then there's a little pin, and that's that right there, that silver pin. And that goes down into a location hole that's actually built into the vehicle. That sticks up because, again, this is pulled up and forward, and it's kind of ugly. So I just happen to have more of that foam, and I just kind of put it there. These are actually aluminum spacers I just had laying around from some other project. I had giant O-rings I put around it just to dress it up a bit. Again, just a longer bolt. Just go to the hardware store, bring the old ones, and get new ones that are a bit longer. And take your time with it. It is fiddly because, again, you're pulling the seat forward, which pulls these bolts here forward. So you have to go ahead and work with the holes. But once it's in, it lifts it up a pretty good amount. And for people that are vertically challenged, this actually works out good because even though I have little seats and boosters and cushions, this little bit of a, what do we got? We got about an inch here and about 1.5 inches in the back. It really makes a difference for people that are short. That way when they're driving, they're not just staring at the dashboard. and this seat has no vertical adjustment on it. So that's what I did. Again, you can buy these things. I think AliExpress has some other companies have big metal ones and stuff like that, but again, you'll run into this one here, and I really like to put these covers back on and make it look flush, so I always have some sort of foam from other projects, or if I buy something, it's usually packed in this, and I save it. That way I can cut it down and reuse it. So again, it doesn't look too bad. It looks all finished off. And now for teeny tiny little people, again, that are vertically challenged, they can actually see over the dash. So that's it. Okay, so we talked about the spacers, the lift, and we've talked about those little grills that go over the vents underneath the seat.